UWA Elite fans, it is time to cast your votes. No, not for that. I mean, yes, for that. But for now, I am talking about the most interactive event of the year, UWA Elite's iWrestle. I'm the man of 1,000 spreadsheets, MC Hale, and welcome to a special episode and exclusive card reveal. That's right, these matchups have not been seen anywhere else before now. So thank you for following us on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And of course, where not only this full card reveal, but also every single supercard in UWA Elite history can be found, and that's on our YouTube page. iWrestle will be kicking off on Saturday, September 21st at 6:30 p.m., but doors open at 6 o'clock. And after spending a week at the Middlesex County Fair, we are bringing iWrestle back home to the UWA Elite Army Base, South River VFW, 31 Reed Street in South River, New Jersey. Now, this is a cat-themed event, and we're giving you all a lot of leeway with this one. So get out your cat t-shirts, maybe a cat ear headband, or maybe you want to break out a full Tony the Tiger cosplay. We're also going to have the Loving Hands Cat Rescue, a no-kill shelter located in South River, accepting donations of Fancy Feast kitten food, paper towels, and other items as well. Please note that in order to make sure they can use all of the items donated, they have a wish list to help you help them. So check it out right here above me, or over on UWAElite.com, where you can check out, well, while you're getting your iWrestle tickets. So now we've got a lot of stipulations to go over, a lot of voting options to reveal. So let's start off easy with the one match we do know about. As I said, the UWA Elite roster just featured heavily at the Middlesex County Fair in early August, with not only multiple events every night, but also the week-long Dynamite Davis Memorial Tournament, concluding with the semifinals and finals at Crossroads that Saturday night. Well, after a grueling week, your 2024 Dynamite Davis champion represented his Old Guard teammates well. Yes, after each member of the Old Guard advanced through the first round, only the Hollywood stuntman Chris Powers made it through to the finals. And in a week that saw him defeat Troy Locke in the quarterfinals, Jeff Cannonball and Adam Bizarre in the semis, Powers then outlasted Boom Harden and Eric Corvus before sending away his Old Guard teammates ready to storm the ring, and putting away the New York Drip Matt Vertigo, and taking the tournament trophy, as well as the honor of being the 2024 Dynamite Davis Memorial Tournament champion. Now, as you know, not only does the winner get to claim the tournament trophy and belt, but they also earn a title shot at the next Supercard event. And so Powers will be facing the winner of the Crossroads co-main event championship street fight, and still your UWA Elite champion, Corey Dillinger. The Diligent one, usually I would say won or defeated, but the best descriptor might just be survived in a match against the contingent's BT Bull. Now, as you might expect from a street fight at the county fair, this one went all over, with hay bales being obliterated, Bull being launched through the DJ booth window, and a Dillinger victory via roughneck onto steel chairs. It's a match that I'm sure will be nominated for at least one award this December, and it's available to watch in its entirety right now on YouTube. And so the questions that we are left with for iWrestle are, can the champ heal his wounds and be at least close to 100% for this match? Will the challenger maintain the honor that he showed getting to this spot? And who will emerge victorious when Diligent Corey Dillinger defends against Dynamite Davis champion, the Old Guard's Chris Powers, for the UWA Elite Championship? And now, on to the voting. So let's start simple. And what could be simpler than just raw hatred? King Tech and Sean Damage McNellis have circled each other many times in the past, sometimes as friends, most times as enemies. But this time's different. You see, last year's Dynamite Davis tournament winner Sean McNellis was supposed to face Eric Corvus in the first round of this year's tournament. But instead, what we got was a video of a prone, unconscious SDM with a gleeful Tech standing over him, declaring that his path to victory at Crossroads was now clear. And well, while he didn't win the Crossroads tournament, Tech did manage to be quite the thorn in Damage's side, attacking SDM and then escaping into the crowd. While Damage did manage to cost Tech a spot in the semifinals by distracting him during the Red Lions match with Hedges, it would indeed be Tech who got the last laugh, defeating McNellis at Crossroads with a roll-up and a handful of tights. Once again, Damage gave chase, and once again, Tech managed to get away. On Saturday, September 21st, this rivalry will be contained within the walls of the South River VFW, and is up to you to decide how this match will be decided. Hit that voting link to tell us if you want to see King Tech's Mad Queen handcuffed at ringside, no longer able to provide emotional or physical assistance during the match. Maybe you want to force one man not to pin the other, but rather be declared the victor by loading their opponent onto a wheelchair and rolling it out of the building. Or maybe a victor's hand being raised isn't quite enough, and a bit more humiliation is needed. In that case, cast your vote for the Kiss My Foot match, where, well, that's exactly what it says on the tin. The loser will be forced to kiss the foot of the winner. It's the Red Lion against SDM, and you choose the stipulation: a handcuffed queen, a wheelchair match, or Kiss My Foot for Tech versus Damage at iWrestle. Now, before we get into the voting choices for the championship matches, let's talk about the last step on the ladder, getting that title shot in the first place. The Just Us League, the Old Guard, and the Do or Die Posse are all chomping at the bit to challenge Jeff Cannonball and Troy Locke for the X-Express's tag team titles. But only one of them can get that opportunity. And so each group has selected one of its members to enter a three-way matchup with a stipulation that you, the fans, will choose, with the winner getting their team a shot at the gold. For this match, the Just Us League has selected Michael Massacre, the Old Guard picked TJ Blade, and the Do or Die Posse will send in Big Dan Wynant. As for the type of match, well, as I said, that's where you come in. You can vote for a three-man gauntlet match, where two randomly chosen participants start off in a singles contest, with the winner then facing the third participant. You can vote for an elimination match, where all three wrestlers will wrestle a triple threat match until one is pinned or submitted and eliminated. The one eliminated will leave and the match will continue one-on-one. Or, you can vote for a 2 pins to win match, where it will again be wrestled under triple threat rules, but you must pin or submit both of your opponents to claim victory, and there are no eliminations. So you go for the mini gauntlet, the gauntlet, if you will, the elimination match, or 2 pins to win. It's your choice, and we'll see the results live for the Just Us League's Michael Massacre against Old Guard's TJ Blade against Do or Die Posse's Big Dan for a shot at the tag titles, and it's happening at iWrestle. And what about those tag team championships held by the X-Express, Troy Locke and Jeff Cannonball? Well, a few weeks ago at Standalone Wrestling's Aw Shucks event, the contingent challenged the X-Express to a tag team match, with the condition that if BT Bull and Eric Corvus won, they would get a shot at the belts at iWrestle. Well, in true contingent fashion, it may not have been the most decisive or most honorable match, but Bull and the Mat Mechanic are indeed getting that title shot on September 21st. It won't be that simple, though. After all, this is iWrestle, and you have to have a say in just how that match is going to play out. When Nick Kay brings his associates to South River, they are in for a wild match. And that is because your choices for this Tag Team Championship contest will be a double bull rope match. Each participant will be tied at the wrist with a bull rope to an opponent. A tornado tag match, the classic, a tag team match with no tags, all 4 men in the ring at the same time. Or a blindfold match. Exactly what it sounds like. All 4 participants will be blindfolded throughout the entire match. There's a lot to consider in this match for both teams. Not only did Bull and Corvus get the win to force this match, but they also defeated the X-Express and Cannonball and Locke's first match as a tag team. But then again, you don't get to be tag team champions without a few answers for your opponents. And the mix of youth and experience that the X-Express bring to the ring can't be overstated. Plus, the stipulation on this match could cause havoc for either or both teams if they aren't fully prepared. So be there on September 21st in South River to see what stipulation you choose will win. Jeff Cannonball and Troy Locke, the X-Express, defending against the contingent's BT Bull and Eric Corvus, neither a double bull rope, a tornado tag, or a blindfold match. UWA Elite Tag Team titles will be on the line. Now, as you may know, I was involved in a regrettable incident at Crossroads, and I want to briefly address it before moving on. During the Ironman Championship title match, your 2024 Wrestler of the Year, truly terrific Ty Thomas, once again used a pair of brass knuckles against his opponent, in this case, the wretched Bose. Now, John Bose is not just a wrestler. He's not only an inductee into the UWA Elite Hall of Fame happening later this year, but he's also a fellow member of our production team. You've all seen him at ringside. He's a little tough to miss. And so when the response to him stepping up when he was needed at Crossroads, answering an open challenge, was to eat a brass-knuckled fist from Ty Thomas, I took exception. Ty and Nick Kay approached the commentary desk and continued to taunt me, daring me to hit the Ironman champion. And I'm sorry to say, on that day, he won the psychological battle. I gave Ty a shot to the chest before he returned to the locker room. In 16 years of professional wrestling, I have never, as they say, crossed the guardrail to physically attack a wrestler. I regret my choice. I apologize to Ty Thomas, and I'm happy to put this incident in the past. Now, having said that, let's talk about who's going to be beating on Ty at iWrestle, shall we? As a matter of fact, there is no shortage of choices, and they fall into two basic categories: Supercard performance and County Fair standouts. Let's start with the first category. Both Max Bain and Joey Adams have had impressive singles and tag matches in recent months. Bain being the very excited newest member of the Just Us League, and Adams having his name right alongside Chris Powers as the de facto leader of the Old Guard. What about that second category, County Fair standouts? Well, all three, Adam Bizarre, V. Daniel, and Jungle Jim Wilder, turned a lot of heads during that week, wrestling ridiculous numbers of matches against top-tier opponents, and in Bizarre's case, even advancing to the semifinals of the Dynamite Davis tournament. And now, all five of them are seeking your vote to challenge for the Ironman belt. Will it be the Aquarius Demon, Max Bain, the Anti-Hero, Joey Adams, the Bizarre One, Adam Bizarre, Ferocious Beast, V. Daniel, or Jungle Jim Wilder? So hit that voting link and tell us who you want to see face off against the contingent's truly terrific Ty Thomas, one-on-one, for the Ironman Championship. Oh, hang on. Come back to me for a second. Don't think the four who didn't get chosen for the Ironman Championship match will walk away empty-handed either. Now, they will be entered into a four-way matchup that night for a special prize. The winner of that four-way will come to ringside to open a mystery box, the contents of which will only be revealed after their match at iWrestle. And finally, the I-Championship. This match came together in a matter of seconds, and that is because that's not too far off from the amount of time it took for the Old Guard's massive Mike Seaway to score a very controversial pinfall over Bulldog Pittman in the first round of the Dynamite Davis tournament. What made it so controversial was two different factors. First, Pittman literally came running to the ring to beat the 10 count, gear bag still in hand, still in street clothes, to make it to the final matchup of the night. Well, the exhausted Bulldog got rolled up by Seaway, who, second controversy here, had a pretty obvious handful of the ring ropes to get that victory and advance to the semifinals of the tournament. So no, it was not a title match, it was a tournament match. So the title, of course, didn't change hands, but it did open the door for Seaway to claim a spot as number one contender for the I-Championship by virtue of technically defeating the champion. And so at iWrestle, Seaway will indeed get that opportunity against Bulldog Pittman. But one last time, that's where you come in. We have three choices for what type of match you can vote Pittman and Seaway into. Will the I-Championship be defended in a 2 out of 3 falls match? It could be a most falls in 15 match, where If you think of an Ironman match as a marathon, then this one is a sprint. 15 minutes to score as many falls over your opponent as possible. Most falls wins. Or, you could vote for British rounds. In this kind of match, the wrestlers will participate in 5 3-minute rounds, with a 1-minute break between each round. With all 3 possibilities aimed at making sure a decisive victory is scored one way or the other, who will walk out of South River with the UWA Elite I Championship? It's champion Bulldog Pittman against challenger Massive Mike Seaway in a match of your choosing at iWrestle. And so there you have it, the most interactive event on the UWA Elite calendar, iWrestle. It's happening Saturday, September 21st at the UWA Elite Army Base at 31 Reed Street in South River, New Jersey at the South River VFW. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30. Get your tickets at uwaelite.com. And while you're there, you can check out the wish list of items for the Loving Hands Cat Rescue for this cat-themed event. Make sure you're following us on all the socials and cast your vote for each and every matchup to make sure your voice is heard. This is always a favorite event, and I can't wait to see you there. Until then, this is the man of 1,000 spreadsheets, MC Hale, saying I will see you at ringside. That's the take. Nope. Swan. What's up, Dave? It's good timing. I issued the apology. Wait, say that again. What do you mean suspended?
Meow, 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 meow. A little bag of bones been out all night. A little bag of bones been out all night. Can you hear 'em scratching at the screen door? Can you hear 'em scratching at the screen door? A little bag of bones been out all night. He needs some petting and loving on his head. He needs some petting and loving on his rain-soaked hide. He's circling around my ankle. He's circling around my ankle. He needs some petting and loving on his hide. Hey, kitty, won't you come inside? Kitty, I'm a foot and I want to touch it. Kitty, I'm a foot and I want